in the Discord, somebody linked this interview that John Cho did with IGN, and it was so incredibly disconcerting, disheartening. It makes me have just no faith in the project whatsoever. John Cho, who's cast as, it's an ensemble, but essentially the main character of Spike in Cowboy Bebop. And, the first question is like, did you talk much to the creator during this process?
We did not communicate, but...
No, we didn't really communicate during the process. And it just became apparent through the video how little he knows about the show, and how, like, all of the comments were like, dude, this guy clearly didn't watch the show. And his takeaway, Cowboy Bebop, John, it's a Western sci-fi deal. It's film noir. It's all these, it has a very powerful, obvious aesthetic to it, and it is a very film noir sci-fi Western. And John Cho's takeaway was, let's keep it strange.
We gotta keep it strange.
There are strange elements to Cowboy Bebop. I will not argue with that, but that being your main takeaway, that what you want to sort of ensure happens with this live action adaptation was not heartening. And when asked about what his favorite episodes were, he couldn't name one. All he could do was like, I think the scene with the hermaphrodite, and then laughed, which, if you watch that scene, it's not a funny scene at all. It's a very, you just have to watch it, but it's a very important scene, and it's a great episode in and of itself. And then he talks about, it's like, when they're just like they spend like 15 minutes trying to find a Betamax tape. How ballsy.
Yeah.
Brutal takeaways.
You know what's tough about that is you would hope that he would have some awareness of the fact that if he just takes it serious and respects the community that he's serving by making this, because ultimately doing a live action version of Cowboy Bebop, that is for Cowboy Bebop fans. That is not for anybody else. Other people will come and see it, but your core audience is Cowboy Bebop fans. So you have an opportunity to go down as a legend if you respect this material and respect the characters and respect the process and are true and authentic to the original source material. You have a chance to be a legend. Like the rest of your career, you can go to cons and be celebrated. You can be a folk hero. In the same way, and it's ironic that Cowboy Bebop is a Western sci-fi, but in the same way that Nathan Fillion is that. Mm-hmm. And you could probably name a dozen guys, characters from Battlestar Galactica. You know what I mean? And granted, there's not a wealth of source material to go back to with some of those. Battlestar had some, but the new series did, went in a completely different direction. But if you just respect the community and respect and are authentic in your approach, and don't treat it as just another paycheck, you can it can change your entire career.
It can. I don't know if I agree with you, though, that the live action Netflix Cowboy Bebop adaptation is. I don't think that they're thinking of Cowboy Bebop fans. I think
who's it for then?
I think it's for the masses. I think that gets to the whole idea that they think that they can take something that was for a specific group of people and then deform it and be like, here, now it's easily digestible for everyone. Isn't that great? Now everyone loves Cowboy, but it's not what we liked.
That doesn't track for me, because I just feel like someone at some point in this process had to have been like, there's a ton of fans for Cowboy Bebop. We have an audience. We have a built-in audience with this thing. All we need to do is make a good show, and then it'll grow from there. That's not true if you disrespect the source material and if you have a cast that has no interest in Cowboy Bebop.
You are right about the casting thing, because look at Robert Downey Jr. and Hugh Jackman and just the modicum of respect and deference that they showed for the fan base and for the characters that they were playing. And even though X-Men Origins Wolverine was awful, everyone still supported Hugh Jackman, and the fact that he, he's like, I wanted to give you the Wolverine movie that you deserved, and that's how we eventually got Logan. Yeah. people appreciate that. And people will forgive a lot. I don't see much forgiveness coming for this Cowboy Bebop adaptation. Netflix does not have a great track record with their live action stuff of late. Look, Haunting of Hill House, one of my all-time favorite series, to be honest with you. The follow-up, Haunting of Bly Manor, complete trash. So I don't have high expectations for this, but I did think it was very interesting. Just sort of the parallels that Geeks and Gamers were talking about in terms of when you just want to break from all the extra stuff, and just how he sort of started getting into anime and Attack on Titan, and where that leads us bitter old nerds to go. But that's why I just retire to my chamber and chop wood in Valheim for 2 hours every night. Because I'm like, it just get me away from all this shit, please. It's nice to just turn it off, you know. And I enjoy. You talk about that too. It's like there's something just uniquely soothing about Valheim, even though you're fighting monsters if you so choose and everything like that. But I'm sure we'll pick up the anime discussion. I want to get some others on here to maybe recommend where our friends at Geeks and Gamers could go for some more anime, for Jeremy what to get into. I know Jeff would have some thoughts and some others as well. But that's going to do it for this video. Take care, everyone. Remember, if you're a nerd, always say it loud and say it proud. Hey, thanks so much for watching Nerdosphere. If you want to like and subscribe, we certainly would appreciate it. If you want to get in on the discussion, bestdamnnerdshow.com/Discord. And finally, if you got a little extra jingle jangle in your pocket, bestdamnnerdshow.com/Patreon. We appreciate all the support as always.